Okay, I thought you were doing it reverse, sorry.
Yeah, same.
Now our audio should be being picked up. I think so.
Hello?
It should be.
Okay, I thought you were doing it reverse,
No, I
sorry.
still don't hear anything.
I don't hear it
No, there
coming
we go.
through
It's just a
either.
little bit delayed, but yeah, I just.
Oh, there you go.
It's going to double up in a moment in the stream.
Yep,
real
yep,
quick.
there I go. I just got blocked by my own voice.
But hey, I guess we are doing this. Let me switch.
Very,
Doing it live.
Yeah, this time we actually are.
Frig, I'm nervous now. Frigaday! The first
It's
live
alright.
stream.
Nobody's probably nobody's watching us. It's alright.
No, Jay, send through your Instagram and your YouTube channel a link to this stream.
Should I?
Yeah,
So-
free promotion.
Let me just see.
Okay.
Right, we only have one person watching right now, which is Vorti and I guess me. So
That's fine. We're only doing this just because we can. What's it called? We have the wonders of technology at our fingertips.
Katya, get Jolterwriter on you.
I am not using my influence to get more people on here. I'm gonna have an anxiety attack.
That is true. Katya's like mildly Twitter famous in like specific niches, so
oh my
it wouldn't
God.
be able to get us a lot of audience, but also no, that would kill Katya.
I have over 1,000 followers at this point. I could get like 2 or 3 people to like chip in for a moment.
Okay.
As a Katya, by slowly getting more viewers, you could slowly get over your anxiety.
She literally worked a retail job and it's not helping. Like, I don't think that's gonna help either.
Hey,
It's
we
not
are
gonna help.
we are live. Just so y'all know.
By
unless we-
slowly getting more viewers.
So I guess you start us off, Bard, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I was just like setting it up because, well, I now see there's a super big delay. And
Yeah, I think that's just like intentional. That's intentional for what's it called? Streams, because obviously it just makes it easier to moderate or like shut something down, like, if something goes wrong.
Also, there is a pretty nasty buzzing coming from Bard's mic. Also,
Yeah.
we have our first chatter in live chat, screaming Vorti's name.
That is awesome. Hold up.
So you're a bit muffled, Bard, but yeah. What's it called? Damn. I wish I could have a bit prettier setup than how this looks on my end, but I think the image works pretty well for what we have.
I'm gonna post it on Instagram
Yeah.
and YouTube.
It's me, you guys. Don't know who me is.
Is that Nathan?
Yeah, that's Nathan.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, Nathan.
It's like, it's me, you guys, has a name that no one recognizes.
I remember this one time Nathan super chatted a VTuber and they tried pronouncing his name and just like gave up literally immediately.
Check the disc rod. Right.
So yeah,
Now Vorti's fuzzing.
Hey, alright, there we go. My mic was a little bit too close to my computer. That's what was happening. So yeah, Hello everybody who is joining us at the moment. What's it called? I'm not the DM. So Bart, go ahead. Start us off.
I'm doing preambles.
Go ahead.
Alrighty. Hello, folks. We're doing this live. First time going live. Anyway, hello and welcome to the night session of Keepers Daggers of Darkhold live. Yes, I'm going to say it live whenever we're doing
Yeah, like
it
we're a
live.
musical.
Freaking A, I forgot to send you. I forgot to send the intro thingy. I had a new intro thingy.
Oh
I'm a
damn!
dumbass, and I can't use the bot thingy. I'll send
What's it
you the
called?
thing.
Yeah, send me the thing.
But yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, sorry. First live stream DMing, so ignore our man behind the DM screen here. So anyway, do.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. So when we last left off, our party had found themselves within the confines of their safe house as a storm brewed on the dawn of our protagonist's day. A more tumultuous storm loomed over ever closer as the shades from the past of Zackary ever encroached. After learning of his brush with vampirism, the party was summoned to the city of Zyla by Zackary's former patron, the noble house of Maxios. The party, however, has proposed a more insidious plot to lull them into a false sense of security, and when the moment it is right, they strike whilst they have the upper hand as they make their preparations to put the House of Roses to the torch. We peer into their latest scheme. Now, I'll let y'all know, because of some shenaniganry, it's gonna be about 3 weeks setting up y'all's plan, because Zackary has done some shenaniganry on the back end, trying to spread rumors, which unfortunately did not come to fruition. However, there was a little bit of shenaniganry where Zackary was able to get in contact with the guild to let them know about the location of some of the vampire spawn in the city. So, things first. As for plotting, let's go ahead and cut to eeny, meeny, miny, Izumi.
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, Izumi, while you're traveling through, you had your plan to buy as much stuff to kill vampires as possible with the money you've got.
Mm-hmm. I wish to go to the go to the nearest church.
I thought you were gonna say the club.
Go to the nearest club. Yeah, you find a priest of Dionysus. Hey, what's up, dude? Oh, but no. Okay, so you go to the nearest church. So in the town you're in, there's not really a local church. There are like traveling priests here and there because this is a town like a little bit, say like 2-3 days outside of the city of Zyla, where all the bigger local churches are. You might find like priests here and there.
Okay, in that case, I would like
But
to.
you do find something.
Okay.
Alright, so while you're traveling through town, you find we're asking about holy implements to fight the undead. You come across 2 men in priestly vestments of Palor running a traveling cart. And on a big old banner, it says "Ordained Ordinance."
That sounds like the thing I'm looking for.
If you find 2 human men, one old gentleman in mid to late 70s, dark skin, salt and pepper hair, wearing a gold earring, and a younger individual who looks to be dressed in bishop robes, wears a pair of spectacles, and is holding a big old tome. As I shall put you on the new map. Move here. Yeah, I figured out how to instantly move you guys.
Brother Morgan and Brother Also, Katya did ask, can she switch out one of her prep spells? It is a new day, so I guess she can just switch out all of her spells, right?
You said 3 weeks, so I imagine that'll be enough time.
Yeah.
Lots of days to prep spells.
Yeah, you can swap out your spells.
Okay.
Crap! I clicked Control Z instead of Shift Z.
So wait, are they like clerics who worship like a specific god, or are they just like general?
Make me a religion check.
Okay. Am I good at those? Kinda.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, because you rolled so high, this one... Okay, this is actually something, well, a little bit weird. You've never really seen this holy symbol before. It looks like, well, just a letter T, like a lowercase t. And on one of the, underneath the, well, actually no, not underneath the sign, on the book of one of the clerics, it's got the name Geus. You've never heard of this. You've never heard of this deity. Well, question. Has, has Izumi been out the country before?
I believe like possibly a handful of times, not a lot though.
Okay. So you would have heard with that 23 of religion, there was this one cleric in a fighting arena in a city called Excelsis who followed this deity that had a similar holy symbol. Something along the lines of Lord Jesus. You're not sure who that person is. Doesn't sound like any deity you heard of, but it seemed to be a pretty strong cleric if he was able to use divine magic. So, must be a newer deity or something.
Okay, War Jesus, got it.
I'll spell it out.
Okay, so that's the deity's name, right?
Yes.
Okay. I approach the two clerics and Izumi introduces herself by saying, may Gaius bless you.
And no, hold it. Brother Morgan here says, may Lord Jesus bless you as well, my child. Welcome to Ordained Armaments. How might we assist you?
Izumi fetches out of a pocket a note with this listed down.
Okay. So the two clerics look over at the list, and you do see on the stand there's assortment of crosses, prayer books, silver weapons behind glass cases.
Let me
And-
think, do I have any silver weapons?
These are mostly simple weapons, like swords. There's a staff that has like a silver prong to it. But there's something that catches your eye. A small spherical object, about the size of a grapefruit, that seems to be encrusted with a whole bunch of fine jewelry and has a similar little cross at the top of it. Put it in real world perspectives, think of like, you know how the King of England's got a
Holy hand grenade.
You figured it out. You figured it out.
Izumi has seen enough weapons in her lifetime.
Yes. So
She points towards the spherical object and asks for the price.
Well, that your sister is a very, very rare artifact. The holy hand grenade of Antop. And you see they go into this big old catalog. Now, this whole relic has been passed down by the Church of Pale, from the Church of Palor to the Church of War Jesus. Now, we only have the one. Now, according to the Book of Armaments, chapter 2, verse 9 to 21, consecrated by Saint Attila, Saint Attila raised the hand grenade up on high, saying, "O Palor, bless this thy hand grenade, that with thou mayest blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy." And the Lord did grin, and the people did feast upon the lambs and the quasits and the quippards and the sturgeons and the orangutans and the owl bears and the large chinchillas. And Brother Robert, the other younger cleric, is like, Brother Morgan, can skip a bit ahead to verses 19.
Izumi's just staring at him with like cat eyes, just waiting for him to answer the question.
Oh, very well. And Palor spoke, saying, and Palor spake, well, now heed this, because these are the instructions to it as well. First, thou shalt take out thine holy pin, then thou count this to 3, no more, no less. 3 shall be the number thou shalt count, and the number of the counting shall be 3. 4 shall not be counted, neither the 2, except that down counting to 3. 5 is right out. Once number 3, being the third number being reached, then thou must lob thine holy hand grenade of Antok towards thy foe, being vicious in my sight. Thou snuff it out. Amen. And the price for this artifact, 10,000 gold pieces.
Oh God.
Izumi ponders for a moment, as to not reveal that she hasn't got the money. Nods her head a couple times, continues thinking, and then asks for a couple silver bolts instead.
Now, I do have a question, my child. Why dost thou wish to purchase the holy hand grenade of Antok?
I was merely curious about the price.
Seems that thy shopping list is equivalent to a crusade. What might these be for?
Hunting down a vampire.
You see the two clerics look at each other, look back at you. By the saints, why didn't you say that before? If thou art to slay the most foul creatures of the undead, then thou shalt be blessed with said armaments for sure. We'll lower the for this noblest of causes. will lower the price to 157 gold pieces, and we'll throw in this. He pulls out a trunk from the cart right next to you, and opening it up, it is a Monster Hunter's pack.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
You have holy water, manacles, 5 steaks, powdered silver.
Izumi hands over the 157 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, also add a vial of powdered silver. Alright.
She's still gonna pay... what's it? She's still gonna buy the items above, just 2 holy water instead of 3.
Okay.
So 75 gold for that. And upon finalizing the purchase, she asks if the priests could teach her a prayer. Or like run her through a prayer that she can say.
For the purposes of time, they teach you the Lord's Prayer. Like the
Our
basic
Father.
Catholic school prayer. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Shenaniganry.
She notes that down and makes her way back to the hideout if there's nothing else to be said.
Alrighty. Next up, Maramil.
Yeah.
You'll
So-
plan.
I told you one of my plans, but I have another one before I go. Maramil is going to kind of like on their way to like where they're planning to buy stuff, is going to make their way around the what's it called? Like the town center, basically just like a place where crowds gather. And just kind of like, you know, taking, like leaning back against the wall behind some cover, will cast Rumor. The Lie of Asmodeus. Half-elven noble in town. Wears furs and carries vintage wines. So, any intelligent creature within 100-foot radius that is near 3 or more other creatures which speak the same language believes that they hear the rumor being repeated by someone nearby. Different creatures hear the rumor from different people, so a concrete origin point is impossible to discern. What were you going to say, Morty?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, okay, I thought I heard you say something. That's fair, sorry.
Okay, so you said you're gonna look for like a town center.
Yeah.
Don't really have a town center map for this city, other than like the bar.
That's okay, like, I'm basically just making a
This
quick
is theater
stop.
of the mind.
Yeah, theater of the mind, yeah.
So I'll show you the map of the city, well, the town rather.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you're looking for like a town center, like around here's where the bar is.
Yeah. And that's where I would imagine people are coming in and out. I guess I would like also Yeah, like just kind of like around here and just kind of just let it go, let the rumor spread like wildfire. The rumor can, what's it called? Yeah, just like affects all people within 100-foot radius of me.
Okay. And for the purposes of this, I'll say the house that has a little red X on it, that's y'all's hideout.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, you start hearing people around town saying like, "Hey, here, go see some half-elf noble will come into town." What, is he from the city or something? I don't know. No one really said.
And Maramil will just smile as they hear it spread like wildfire and will go off to do the actual plan, which is Maramil's going to not actually go to like a market per se, but just kind of like a place where working people can be found. Because what Maramil is trying to get is a bag of holding. But specifically, they are looking to also purchase around, let's say, 5 boxes of dirt. That's going to be a weird decision. And if anyone asks Maramil what do you need boxes of dirt, Maramil will just say, I'm working on a very large gardening project for a noble who's commissioned me, and, well, I need some working space.
Okay, so you're trying to find a bag of holding. Bag of holding's, like, not that hard to find. It's an uncommon item, but it's one of those useful uncommon items that you could find it at, like, a store.
Yeah. I would imagine, like, in a place like this, it might be, like, more expensive than usual, because of, like, just how humble this place is.
Yeah. So, going down to local general store, you find that one shop that was run by Hadozi, who sold you the Hat of Disguise.
Oh.
And they do have a bag of holding. And
Okay.
you see the price tag, 650 gold pieces.
650 gold pieces. Maramil will look at that, momentarily, and I would imagine like Constantine is going with them as they're, because they're supposed to be buying stuff. The Hadozi will kind of like look at Maramil and Constantine just kind of like walking in, wearing really like, fancy ass clothes. Looking at the bag of holding, Maramil will just kind of like stand upright, nod to Constantine, and Constantine will walk forward and kind of like present them with 650 gold pieces. Let me calculate how much that is. So 650 minus 476. Okay, so Constantine will be paying 174 out of his personal collection, so that'll be 800. Like, I'll just calculate that real quick. And Maramil will be paying all of their gold because they don't need material wealth. But yeah, so yeah, like Maramil will just nod at Constantine. Constantine just goes up to the Hadozi. Well, good sir, I'd like to make a purchase for that bag of holding.
Oh, well, we got this one shipped, well, not too long ago. That would be about 650 gold pieces.
Well, my apprentice has given me authority to do so. So, here you go. What's it called? Yeah, like places the gold there like very like discreetly. Pleasure doing business.
Likewise. As you guys are walking down this street, you are looking for like some more working class peoples, right?
Yeah, people who wouldn't really ask questions, and would be able to get me those, like just have a spare storage boxes around and be able to, help me just dig up some dirt and fill them. Literally dig up some dirt, not metaphorically.
Actually, I do have a map for this one because I was hoping someone was gonna do some shady shenaniganry. Alrighty, so you go a little bit outside the town to a dock area where there's some sparse houses, a bit of a shanty town, and you come across a few individuals, a couple of less than savory folks, and kind of sitting on a stoop is a man who's somewhat finely dressed, but it looks like hand-me-down clothes. Sort of calico style clothes that have been patched up. Like they may or may not have been stolen off of somebody.
Yeah, hand-me-downs is thieves can't for I stole this from someone.
And I will take you to a different map real quick as soon as I find it. Oh yeah, here we go. Move party here.
Ooh. Ooh, this is like a fucking den of scum and villainy, damn.
See. Place yourself, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So, about 6 individuals are kind of milling about in this alley, and at the edge you see this humans with the sort of calico clothes and kind of going through like a box of hats, and then after throwing away a couple, you see him put on this sort of iron crown that he kind of tilts to the side. So, welcome to our little corner of paradise. How might I help you?
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and possible others. I saw you while walking down, and I was thinking that you could help me with a little pet project of mine. I need a little bit of assistance digging up some dirt. And Maramil will kind of like remove the just kind of like unfurl their jacket and remove the kind of like cloth that they would have been using to hide their chest while walking through town, to just reveal their dead 3 tattoos.
So what's Absolutist want with lowly people of the run. You don't have anyone good enough to murder for you?
Contrary to popular belief, we're not all insane murder homeless people. Some of us have plans. And, well, what I'm looking for are people who know how to help out without making too much of a fuss.
So you want us to dig up dirt? What? You need some cushy noble, look, a merchant baron giving you some hard time?
Oh,
What?
no, you misunderstand. I mean that I need some help, no questions asked. Acquiring 5 boxes and using shovels to fill them with dirt.
That's it?
Yes. Quite a simple, innocuous, alibi-filled task, isn't it?
Not bad. However, this menial labor for such a high, upstanding types as yourselves, well, maybe a favor for a favor.
Oh. So, we wish to deal in IOUs rather than simple coin, do we?
We don't have trouble getting coin.
I would expect not from such an upstanding group of individuals such as you. Very well. Shall we negotiate the price? Or will this be more of a you help me and I help you, no questions asked in the future type of deal?
You've hit the nail on the proverbial coffin, as it were.
Well, hopefully that won't be the only coffin I'll be nailing in. Very well. By the edict and order of Lord Bane, you hereby have my word. Just a tiny favor at a moment of your choosing. Kind of walking up, taking like a deep bow and putting out their hand, specifically the one wearing the Fist of the Triumvirate, for a handshake.
Name's Fenrid Morningstar. And you?
It's a pleasure to meet you. Maramil Lightbringer.
Huh.
That may be, as I see the look on your face, Lightbringer is just a rough translation. I hardly wish to bother people with the elven pronunciation, especially since it's quite old at this point.
You got your secrets, I got mine.
Very, very true. And as someone who is in the know, I won't ask if you don't want to tell. And I would imagine you'd provide me the same courtesy.
Professional courtesy is our bread and butter. Isn't that right?
Well, do this little favor for me and, well, you'll be garnering a favor with some very worthwhile allies.
Do you speak thieves' cant?
I don't believe I do. Let me double check. I do not. No.
So he says something along the lines of, "Is your purse looking light?" And kind of raises an eyebrow.
Could I try to make a check to like recall what that might mean? I feel like I've probably been around people using thieves' cant.
Give me a history check.
All right. Damn, that one.
I mean, sounds like dude's asking if you're slow on cash. If Constantine wants, he can make a check as well.
He'll do that. 9. Damn.
Actually, with a 9, that actually does work because he's heard that. Because when you guys came to the city, he would have heard it. A while back, you remember the Tiefling gangster? When you guys mentioned the Tiefling gangster and something along the lines of something, the Guild of Cut Purses. This might be their greeting, or at least if someone's known of them, saying, "Hey, are you with the Guild of Cut Purses?"
Yeah, so the Guild of Cut Purses isn't like that wouldn't be a code name for the Keepers because the Keepers are like a mercenary guild. Essentially, so
they're basically the local gang, the local organized crime outfit in the city of Zyla. If anyone wants to deal crime in there, you gotta go through them.
Constantine will kind of like Maramil looks like they're about to like respond like earnestly, but Constantine kind of like coughs and says. Leans over and just kind of whispers something to Maramil, and Maramil will say, Oh, perish the thought. I am not in the slightest associated with those people. You have nothing to worry about, though. Who I'm associated with is people much higher.
He kind of looks at his buddies, looks back at you, like, wait. You're not with the... He kind of whispers, "You're not with the Thieves Guild, are you?"
No. After all, I am told that there is no Thieves Guild. But... again... there's nothing you have to worry about. There's nothing that you're getting roped into that isn't, untowards.
Alright. Where do you want the boxes? Once we're done.
At these coordinates, at this time. As, Maramil will kind of, what's it called? Put... just kind of slip them a piece of paper, which will be when the party leaves after the, is that 3 weeks? Maramil will kind of give them the instructions to show up there, bringing the boxes, sealed up in a caravan, and also on the note it says, await your noble clothes in the mail. Noble clothes obviously being in quotation marks.
Okay. All right. Let's get to digging.
Right. And Maramil will essentially spend the rest of those 3 weeks using their weaver's tools to create just clothes for these guys to kind of like act as a, to just like make them look like a rich like merchants who are like delivering some like carriage to a minor noble, that sort of thing.
Okay. Next up, Malum. What you doing for the 3 weeks?
Well, I just realized something.
Hmm.
Malum also wants a bag of holding.
Oh Lord. Okay. 650 gold pieces at the general store.
Yeah, that's fine. The 650 is 56 is 19 is 139. Alright, he gives him 65 platinum pieces.
Okay.
I also want 3. Well, let's do 2 diamonds worth 300 gold.
Okay. 3 diamonds worth 200 gold pieces.
3 is smaller. Let's do 3, yeah.
Unfortunately, there isn't a jewelry store in town. You have to go to the city proper.
That would take.
3 days.
We have 3 weeks, so let's do that.
Okay, so I won't show you the city map just yet, because actually no, I will show the city map because this would be like on the way. So I will show y'all the city of Zyla.
Yeah.
So you'd be coming from here at the floodgate. So as you're coming up to the city gates proper, you are stopped by a local city watch that you remember seeing the last time you were here. The Custodos. These individuals dressed in blue sort of blue sort of frock coats with breastplates. These guys are holding halberds. And you see a couple of mages alongside them. There's about 6 of them posted up at the gate. I'm only posting 2 so they don't clog up the map. Oh, there. What's your business in City of Zyla?
I want to travel through and do some shopping.
Well, there's an entry. There's entry fee for.
How much?
50 gold pieces.
Just for entering, right?
Yep, unless you got your merchant's license.
I don't think he has. I don't know what kind of papers the keepers gave him. But
What'd you say?
no, 40. Yeah, Malum gives him 50 gold.
Also, are you a spellcaster?
Yes, I'm a cleric.
What god do you serve?
Boom.
Does that matter?
Yes.
Why?
By order of Lord Partition, have Hemlock Veterinary II, all mages, clerics, and sorcerers are to announce themselves, tell us before going into the city. Clerics of certain faiths must also pay religious fees for their sabbaticals, missions, and otherwise.
Outside of character sabbatical means
Basically, you going on a trip.
You know, I should have become a city guard. At least then I could rob people in broad daylight. No, my queen is the one I serve. The Spider Queen. Must have heard of her.
I feel like the guards look at each other and they're like, okay, but that's an evil god, but like, are we allowed to say that to a drow? Is that like racist? Like,
Yeah, if I see them looking at each other, it's like, oh, don't worry. I'm not planning anything bad. And she's not necessarily evil, you know, chaos and good can coexist.
Okay, so you are a follower of Lolth the Spider Queen, and you see one of the mages comes out with a big old book of deities. Lolth the Spider Queen, patron of Drow, of the Underdark, Demon Queen of secrets and deception, yeah, etc., etc. Do you possess the capability? Do you consent? I am about to cast upon you Zone of Truth.
I
You consent?
got nothing to hide.
I shall know. You shall be known. You shall know that you will be aware that this spell is being cast upon you, and I will know if you
If I lie, yeah. And I can't technically avoid the questions as long as I don't lie. Can we get this on? I'm kind of want to do my shopping.
he's a fucking cleric. He knows what Zone of Truth is.
Okay, so the mage casts Zone of Truth. But this time, it doesn't feel like your normal Zone of Truth. Like, if you... These guys have a specific version of Zone of Truth. While the Custodos are within the city of Zyla, if Zone of Truth is cast, you cannot speak a lie while within their aura. So, deliberate or not, you cannot lie.
You know, funny question about a lie. If someone told me a lie, but I fully believe it's a truth, and I tell that truth to someone else, is it considered a lie?
We are not getting into that shenaniganry. Anyways, are you here on behest of a Drow family, colony, or warp band plotting to raid, pillage, plunder, otherwise citizens breathe black guts out in the name of your demon queen of spiders?
Fucking guess they don't care about being racist. Jesus, this is some serious fucking profiling.
Does plundering count? Does gambling count as plundering?
No.
Then no.
Do you possess the ability to summon demons, giant spiders, or legions of the undead amongst the populace?
I wish. You know how cool it is?
Lastly, are you an envoy? Are you an envoy of any Drow house seeking to barter, trade, or sell innocence into indentured servitude in the city of Menzo Baranzan or any such locations within the Underdark?
Wait. Could you rephrase that question? I don't understand what you mean with it. Out of character.
Out of character. Are you selling? Are you slave trader?
Oh. No. I'm not.
What does that imply? When you said it, like.
Okay.
Or one of us.
One of the guards is. One of the guards is like, okay, so what does that imply? Are you coming in with other Drow planning to do the same?
No. I'm just. Our family is friends with a family who does it, but I don't consider myself friends with them or allies or whatever, but it's just in a family name, you know, so by technicality they are, but I wouldn't. Not worth my time.
Alright. So, religious fees is an additional 25 gold pieces unless you yourself are a member of one of the following churches within Small God's Way. List a banker of the church, a banker of the House of Coin, a banker of the House of Coin, a bard of the a bard or priest of the Hall of Mirth, a druid or gardener within the Temple of the Wild Mother, an adjudicator of the Hall of Order. And he just lists off a whole bunch of different, mostly good deities. Like, there's a couple of, like, evil deities that are kind of in there, like a lawyer from the Church of Bane, a lawyer from the Orthodox Church of Bane.
Malum would be like, no, just here, take your 25 gold. Well, while he's mid-listing them, he's like, alright, just take your 25 gold. Jeez.
Have a pleasant stay in Zyla, the city of serenity.
Thank you. You know, it doesn't feel honest, you guys saying this to me.
You know the Zone of Truth spell wore off like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. But Malum just walks into the city on his way to buy his diamonds.
Easy enough. You buy you 2 diamonds. Worth 300
Buy
gold.
three diamonds, so 900.
Okay. Cha-ching. As you're walking, are you walking out the same gate?
Yes.
You see the same dudes again. Oh, state your business.
Dude, seriously?
Sorry, sir. There's also the matter of the visitor's fee. You should have bought a day pass.
What? You didn't tell me so. I asked, is it purely for entering a fee? And you guys said yes. But that means you either lied to me, so you're trying to rip me off now, or you should have listened better.
You
At
never
which point
asked.
I asked, I said, is this specifically, and is this the only fee, and is it only for entering?
That merchant over there, he also asked about the fee.
Well, good for the merchant. Happy you guys answered him, but not me. You still should have answered me.
I'm sorry you didn't hear it.
No,
did
no.
Did you hear it, Clyde?
guys-
Yeah, I heard it.
You guys didn't answer me back when I asked.
We told you. You asked about the fee, and we told you. Yes, this was the entrance fee.
And I said, is that the only fee?
No, we
Thanks.
also listed other fees, like,
You
for
didn't.
example, your religious fee. And your merchant pass.
And your season pass.
Yeah, another guy says, "Oh, your season pass."
Listen, I would love gamble about things, but this, you guys just lied to me and now trying to rip me off.
I don't know what to tell you, friend. It's just a simple 15 gold exit fee.
You ain't getting the 15 gold.
Well, I guess you're not leaving.
Alright. Malum stands right beside them when other people enter. He's like, you're being ripped off. You shouldn't enter. You should walk around. Here is a better route.
As you say that, one of the mages casts a silence on you.
He writes it down and then puts it into the air.
Sign.
Actually, you do this for like a good 5 minutes, and you see a familiar face. You see this tiefling with a sort of white uniform on horseback with a couple other guards.
Pretty boy.
Pretty boy. Gentlemen, what seems to be the issue? Oh, Corporal Sauros, good to see you, sir. We were just conducting business with a traveling priest here who, well, he wasn't really aware of the laws of the city. We were introducing them, visitor from parts unknown and such.
Is Malum still silent?
No, silence wore off.
Malum is like, greetings, sir. you their bosses?
Well, I'm not necessarily their boss, but I do have decent reputation amongst the Custodos. Journey Saros, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Malum.
Pleasure to meet you, Malum. And what seems to be the issue?
Well, back when I entered, I was glad to pay all the money they asked of me because I didn't really care, you know? Cities have their own rules. So I asked, is only the entry fee and the fate fee the only ones I need to pay?
He kind of raises his eyebrow like, 8th fee?
Yeah, they asked me money because I pay to a god they don't agree with.
He looks at the guards behind him, look at Jerry. He looks over at the other guards like, You see they're like,
Yeah.
And you know, I didn't care about it. I see plenty of places where people don't agree with my god. And that's fine, it's their business. But then I tried to leave and they were then like, oh no, you also need to pay to leave. And I was like, I paid to enter. I was clear about my state why I was here. I even paid because you guys didn't agree with my god. I asked if I needed to pay more, and you guys didn't answer, and now you're saying I need to pay more? And I didn't agree with that.
How much did they say was your entry fee?
50 gold to enter, 25 for my fate, and they try to rip me off now for 15 to leave.
Is that so? Well, This is the first I'm hearing of a 50 gold entry fee.
Is that so? Malum looking over at the guards.
Well, sir, it's you know how it is. We're getting the donations for Founders Day. For Founders Day, you know how Captain Stormwind is getting on our asses about drumming up sales and for the Custodos Ball and the Founders Day Festival. The provision's always hounding us about. So and if I remember correctly, wasn't the visitors pass 10 gold pieces for a day in the city? And judging from this, I only see one person. Unless they magically disappeared, which they can't within the limits of the city. So, unless you want to deal with Captain Stormwind and have this on your report, I suggest you give this kind gentleman back their money, and you continue with the rest of your day. Yeah. Sorry, sir. It was a joke, you know. A joke. Is you're a guy like a trickster guy, right?
How much money do they pay back?
They basically give you all your monies back.
Oh, all 75.
Mm-hmm.
So Malum looks over at Journey. He's like, "How much do you like chaos?"
Well, we have to maintain order within the city, so unless you, I would have to take you in for being a rogue adventurer, as that is against the as chaos within the city is prohibited, unless you do have instructions from the unless you are under the House of Mirth within their jurisdiction.
Never mind. It's too bad a pretty face like you doesn't like chaos. Otherwise, I would ask you out on a date. See you next time.
You see him kind of blinker and miss it. He kind of blushed for a bit, and then get back to his normal routine. All right. So yeah. You dealt with the corrupt guards of the city already, and last but certainly not least, Zackary. You have
One more thing.
Oh, one more thing. All right.
Seeing that Malum has 2 weeks left, he's gone gambling.
You're going gambling.
He's going gambling.
Alrighty. How much you putting up?
41 gold and 49 platinum.
Alrighty. Gambling. Let me go back to find that real quick. I should have saved this on my DM screen, but I did not. Okay, gambling. Alrighty. Give me your frig off playing cards roll.
Let's see, did I have anything to give myself advantage? Would they notice something like, what is it called? Guidance.
Are you a sorcerer or have the subtle spell feature?
No,
They would.
but I hoped I could put it in as some kind of saying. Every time Malum gambles, he says like, it would suck to suck, so good luck. And he always says that, so could he try that in there?
Let's see. Guidance is verbal and somatic. So you saying it sucks, good luck, and wave your hands in the air in a certain way.
Yeah, he kind of then shuffles with his cards as his semantic.
I want you to give me a sleight of hand check.
Nah, that would be too much cheating for Malum if it is sleight of hands. In that case, just plain playing. Oh god, let's go. 23.
Alright, 23. That is a success. That is a success. How many times you gambling?
Well, depends how many times can you gamble.
In 3 weeks.
Well, 2 because of
Theor-
2 times
Oh, yeah.
3 days traveling. And
Theoretically, you can gamble an infinite amount of times, so long as you have the money for it.
Don't gamble, kids. Don't be like Malum.
You don't be like Malum anyway.
Play gacha games.
That's fair.
Alrighty. I'll say you can do it one more time for simplicity's sake.
All right. How much did Malum win on this one? Because that might impact on what I gamble away.
Let's see. You got. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. You got technically 3. You got double the amount of your bet.
So I gain an extra 41 gold piece and 49 platinum, or I...
Yes.
Right. In that case, Malum would now bet with 32 gold and 48 platinum.
Alright. Give me a roll.
Let's go! Damn.
Wah, 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 wah. Unfortunately, that is a fail. And uh-oh. Hey. I need you to roll me a d6 real quick.
Oh, fucking complications, baby.
1.
What? So, as you are collecting your wins from the last game, you lost the money that you bet from the other game. And because you lost, you lose that money. And let's see. Before you leave,
So
one guy.
minus 32 gold.
Mhm.
Minus 48 platinum. Yes.
Yeah. So one guy. Roll me a D100 real quick.
Zero. Oh no. Slash out 1D100.
You forgot the 1.
I know. I did it twice. 96.
96. Let's see. So you get. So 96. Okay, so this human man, he kind of gets up from the table. He's half drunk. He's like, "Hey, you under-oath bastard! You fucking cheated!"
Not
So much
you word.
racism this session.
Not the you slur.
Yeah, fuck.
You know, you're drunk, so let me say that one time, and one time only. I don't care you calling me an underground elf. I don't care you being racist to my race or family, but I'm not a cheater.
I saw it, you friggin' cheat.
Last chance to walk away on this, as Malum looks around the bar. What does he see?
You see
Like,
this?
are there any people who want to jump in? What's going on?
It's more a case of like Well, actually, give me what's your insights?
Passive insight is 16. Same as passive perception.
Alright, so with your passive insight, you kind of get the sense of, okay, there's like a couple of dudes kind of holding this guy back, but the way this guy's dressed, this guy's got some monies behind him. So either he's a noble or he's got some connections with people.
Malum looks at the people that are holding him back. He's like, could you please hold him good back before he does things he's gonna regret?
Hey, you see your face in town. You a mark. And you see these guys kind of take him out the bar, like, hey, look, we don't want to get tossed out of here. We don't want to get tossed out of here. This is a decent place. Let's just head out for the night. So, Malum has incurred a rival. He don't know who is. He didn't give his name. He's just this fancy human.
Yeah.
Alright. But the quiet rival, the racist. Oh Lord. Alrighty, so last but certainly not least, friggin' Zackary.
Well, you actually already know what Zackary is doing, because we did this off screen, you and I.
Yeah.
What's it called? Over the last 3 weeks, Zackary has been trying to, do some shenanigans in the background. Because if there's one thing that the Maxios hate more than, losing their property, so to speak, is losing their popularity. So, it's just like nowadays influencers. You see, so, Zackary spent the last 3 weeks organizing some efforts with some agents of the Keepers in order to, I guess you could say, cut off potential avenues for the Maxios. Spreading rumors here and there, telling some agents where their spawn would, usually hang out at, so you can, they can cut them off in case they ask for reinforcements or worse, scapegoats. Zackary had not a lot of success, in certain aspects, but in some he did. What's it called? I believe, Bard, if I remember correctly from what you and I talked about off camera, I believe we established that the rumors aspect wasn't particularly successful, but we did manage to secure some locations for the spawns and the agents of the Keepers.
Yeah. So, towards the latter half of your 3 weeks. So, the night before you guys go do your plotting before the actual plotting begins, you get a knock at the door. You would know this is as the code knock that the informants of the guild would have told you about. So you don't have to worry about folks being jumpy, unless Zackary's jumpy.
It's Zackary, he's always jumpy. Oh, actually, a pretty good idea here, because it's a new day. I need to make my charisma save to see if I go crazy in the morning.
Oh no! Charisma save. That's a success.
Damn, I rolled 2 GM, but that was a 25. It's a DC 17, I'm pretty sure, for the madness table. What's it called?
This is the usual madness. Nothing new.
What's it called? Zackary opens the door. Kind of with like a, just kind of popping his chest up, and he's like, "You have entered the super secret hideout of the main characters of this play. Who are you?"
You're really not supposed to say the super secret hideout. That's literally the opposite of what a safe house is.
Safe house is so blasé. We need a better word for that.
A safe house.
No, how about we call it a secure dwelling? Yeah,
No.
that sounds better, I think.
Well, so you're the bard then. Okay.
How did you know? He looks at him like genuinely confused.
Your charming personality. Anyway. And I shall place him on the map. Name's Flame Volmo. I'm your new contact with the guild. So any orders that'll come from me, take them as orders from the top.
How does this little guy look like, by the way?
He is a fire genasi.
Oh, okay. Like Zackary looks at him and he's like, I see. So you speak on behalf of our latest benefactors. Very well. Then I shall treat you with the utmost respect that a associate should deserve. Right. How does this work? Would you mind entering and sitting down for a cup of tea? He says.
For those who speak in primordial, you get the sense of they don't pay me enough for this.
Bless you. He says as he's speaking primordial because he doesn't know what the fuck he said.
Yeah, Bard, your mic is buzzing again.
Oh, my bad.
It's buzzing a little bit. Zackary will say, then we should still have some tea from early in the morning. I shall heat it up again. Now, my dear Flame Vampyr, what exactly do you bring in the news front, as it were?
Alright, so we got your request put in. We have agents in the locations that you provided us. They're told to keep an eye out for any unusual activity within the city, and those who are stationed as members of the local militia, they are putting the word out.
Bard, your mic is still buzzing, by the way. But Zackary will...
Hello?
Yeah, it's like... It only buzzes when you talk, apparently, somehow. What's it called? Zackary will just say, a local militia, you say. Not surprised that they're involved somehow.
The Night Watch, the Volunteer Guard, and the City of Zyla that aren't being paid by the patrician, that aren't the Custodos, the real fancy guards that march around the city.
said they aren't or they are?
Aren't.
Oh, so they aren't being paid for protection money. Zackary will say, so who is on the bankroll of the Maxios? Because last I checked, they had their finger on the proverbial pie of a lot of people, powerful people of the city.
Let's see. From the reports that we got, a few members of the Custodos are on their payroll. Let's see. There are a few merchants within the city that are as well. They're also, through some research of ours, they've got some connections to the local crime syndicate of the Guild of Cut Purses, though off the record, of course, and a new gang that's seemingly rising through the underworld.
What you're saying is that a whole new gang is in town?
It seems so. You ever heard of the Triumvirate of Dread?
Have I heard of the Triumvirate of Dread? Is like, do I have to make a check or?
This is mostly the thing of like, have you heard of these dudes? You haven't heard of these dudes.
Okay, well, if I haven't heard of these people, what's it called? If Zackary hasn't heard of them, he's just going to be like, enlighten me as to the activities of this triumvirate.
Word is, they're rising in the criminal underworld. They've been making moves alongside the Thieves Guild, apparently. And you might know of at least one of their members. A little friend of yours that you picked up about a month back. Serial killer. Mr. Hill, he brought a paper from Saintly Fiend, who seems to be one of the ringleaders.
Mr. Hill?
He kind of does the sort of you know the scene where Will Turner's describing Jack Sparrow? He kind of does that weird motion. Jasper Hill, the follower of Ball, the painter who's a bit...
The villain of the week, I remember.
Yeah, so we connected that back to him, and doesn't seem good. So we've got our bases covered.
If this triumvirate is willing to associate with followers of the god of murder, then they certainly seem to be, wanting for dangerous allies. I say this as one who is allied himself with a follower of the god of murder and the other two. He just kind of places like a teacup, now heated teacup on the little bar counter.
Thanks. As he kind of goes up, he drinks the tea. He doesn't like it. He goes in his big old overcoat, takes out a flask, pours in a little bit of booze, and drinks the tea. So
Zackary looks at this and says, "Fascinating. So you're one with those character traits of being an alcoholic."
I'm not even going to. Anyway, so we have. So if there isn't anything else, report to me with any matters relating to the guild. We'll be in touch.
Oh, there's one thing I want to ask. Well, is there a possibility that this triumvirate is privy to our actions so far?
Not that we're aware of.
I see. So they're just the brawn and no brains. That is good to know. Now, be on your way. I have things to be doing. I think.
All right.
But thank you for your assistance. We shall remember you when the credits roll.
He doesn't even garner you with a response. He just heads out the door. Alrighty. So, the day comes. Your subterfuge is set. The goons have your wagons, and they're very well dressed. And within the wagons, as promised, the 5 crates of dirt. And with everything set, I shall take you to Dominus Rosae, the House of Roses.
Ooh.
Transition time. Holy shit, it's a big ass.
Whoa! Jesus Christ!
Has a vineyard and everything.
It's a fucking vineyard. Jesus.
Sprawled out on an old country road a few miles outside the city of Zyla stands a quaint vineyard bordered by a well-tended garden of hedgerows that stand as a natural border for the property. Guarding the entrance is a Shadar-kai dressed in fine clothes with 2 commoners standing sentinel with pitchforks. Zackary, you would know this man to be Godfrey Belden, the steward of Dominus Rosae. Halt. State your business.
What's it called? So, are we all here, or
Y'all,
this is
y'all
at the
are here.
end of
This
the
is-
3 weeks?
yeah, this is at the end of 3 weeks.
Yeah. Also, hey, we got Indy. What's it called? Maramil, who has taken Karina with them. This time, kind of like rolling in, with a caravan in tow. Will announce themselves first. Kind of like placing out like a hand and saying, I believe the owners of this house should have known I was coming per the handwritten letter they should have received. I am the special friend of someone that might be of great interest to them. A half-elven man with a penchant for vintage wines and lavish furs. I'm here to bring their blessings upon the masters of this house. And this is my bodyguard. You can never be too safe on these roads, can you?
No, you can't. Also, the masters are not here. At the moment.
Ah, very unfortunate. Do you know when they will be arriving?
Within the day.
Very well. If you would please direct me to where the appropriate stay would be to wait for them, I would much appreciate that.
Very well. And question, is Zackary putting up a disguise or anything?
I mean, he probably has like the little sort of like half cape cloak on, but he doesn't. He probably doesn't like really, obscure his features in a too overt way. I would say he's probably standing like towards the back of the group, just to not be like right there and in the open.
All right. We'll take you to the main We'll take you to the main house. Please follow me. Your entourage can leave their crates within the warehouse.
I must say, I'm quite surprised your masters aren't here. You know it's rude to let a guest waiting. Especially one of my standards.
Well, my masters have business all across the continent and a few places abroad.
Maramil, we did send that letter, right? When we would arrive.
Well, I would hope that both letters would have made it in transit, but perhaps something with the postage was amiss. However, as a out of courtesy, I will say that this nobleman from the House of Luatar, while not exactly with me, I can vouch for their being here.
It's not common that the masters deal with people of the denizens of the Underdark. I hope your house has something to provide for my masters.
I hope your masters have something to be of use for my house.
Alright, so I won't have you all just inch around. Place yourselves like right next to the dude so I can just drag y'all's.
By the way, can I use my owl to like scout out the windows around the place?
Sure. You would notice the windows are all the windows are tinted.
Oh, that makes sense.
Ready? And are you two falling as well?
Yeah.
Alright, so. And we will go to the main house! Which is literally just the house up here.
As we're going, Karina will kind of speak up, kind of like asking the steward, since you're the one to greet us, I will assume that you are either the steward, groundskeeper, or caretaker of this area.
Yes, I'm steward of Dominus Rose. I'm Godfrey. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. No, I do not have any personal. I do not divulge personal details about my masters, nor my opinions on my masters.
Very well, that is what a steward should do. In fact, I would not dare encroach on the oath of stewardship by asking such personal questions. Instead, I would like to ask how you procured such a large amount of land and keep it so inconspicuous to the people nearby. Is there any sort of contract law or property law within the city gates or in the surrounding region that allows you to get by completely unnoticed?
That is a matter of business related to my masters. Of such, I do not disclose to guests.
Very well. I just would like to make sure that everything is going quite smoothly. I know that a lot of people who own this much land have no idea how to keep it and are unaware of the laws and codes of their nearby regions. Maramil will kind of place like a hand on Karina's head and say, Now, I'm sure that the masters of this place, as experienced in their years as they are very well familiar with the laws of this land. No need to be so on guard, von Myosotis. Isn't that right, dear steward?
Yes. What I can tell you about Dominus Rose has been within their family for generations, and they have a good standing within the region.
See, Karina, no need to worry. These people are old money. I can speak their language just fine.
Now, here's the main matter. Do not touch anything without myself or the master's permission. Do not go snooping around any of their chambers. And enjoy your stay at Dominus Rose. As I shall reveal this area as he kind of opens up the door. You arrive within a quaint manor house. 2 velvet couches beside a hearth of a very fine purple rug leads into to the main living room. Are any people's doing any sneakies?
I'm not going to do any sneakies. What I'm going to do though is I want to like see if there's like I want to like kind of find the oldest item in the room.
The oldest item in the room.
Yeah, like anything that I can use to kind of date how ancient this family might be.
It's hard to tell because it looks like they've refurbished a little bit. So, if you want to date the house, now here's the thing: if any of y'all's were dwarves, I would immediately tell y'all's with stone cutting because this is a stone building.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no.
One day I'll play a dwarf, I swear.
But if you want to date the house, give me a general intelligence check.
General intelligence. Alright. In that case, I'll give myself guidance. Okay.
15 or with guidance
16, 17, 18.
18. About you date about maybe 400 years.
Okay.
So a little bit before the Day of Eternal.
Very interesting. I suppose it does make sense that a place of stone would be able to withstand that great calamity. Dear Zackary, do you quite know how ancient these benefactors of yours are?
Zackary spawns into the room, and
And then Izumi screams.
what's it called? He faces through the wall like he's glitching out of existence, and then he says, they are quite old. By the time they had me under their service, I believe their experience already dated back a couple of, at least a century. If not more.
Well, as with many different creatures, these benefactors of yours are the type to only get stronger as they get older. I can date this place around 100 years before the Day of Eternal, so we're not dealing with any sort of unbeatable elder. But they have had plenty of time to accrue magic that at the very least goes past the boundaries of our places of expertise. Miss Izumi, have you any experience with negotiating with vampires that are ancient or older?
I have experience with hunting vampires, although limited. Izumi looks at the door and looks at Maramil with like a questioning expression. Should I trap it?
No. Not yet, at the very least. In fact, this seems to be the guest room. There would be no use in trapping those, especially since we're waiting for their arrival.
Understood.
As soon as you say that, puff of sort of shimmering mist appears near the front door, as if by a teleportation spell of some sort.
Ooh.
Early.
He did say
Standing-
within the day. Didn't specify how soon.
You see at the door a very beautiful woman with luxurious red hair tied in a bun, a yellow vest, and sort of a green sweater. As she enters within the house, as I shall take her off the GM layer.
Ba-ba-ba-bam. Yeah.
Zackary, there is a chill down your spine. From the letters that were sent, you weren't expecting her to arrive. You expected a different, one of your other benefactors. This one, well, cuts a bit deep. Your sire,
Oh.
Angelica Maxio.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh.
As soon as Malum sees someone coming in, he will stand up, button his shirt. What is it, blues?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Ah, someone has arrived."
Indeed.
Maramil does not like you cannot see Maramil take a glance back at Zackary because they are blindfolded, but they do. What's it called? Maramil will kind of like bow deeply and say, "The blessings of the beast's blood be with you, madam. I assume that you are one of the masters of this house."
Indeed. I am Angelica Maxio. Welcome to, well, our more humble estate.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. I'm sure that one of your servants must have notified you as to the order of our business. Karina, if you would please present Lady Angelica with the gift offering from our mutual friend. Karina.
Before you do,
Oh, yeah.
as Angelica was about to say something else, you see her start to sniffle.
Ooh. She allergic to Izumi.
What is? Do you have a? And she kind of stares daggers at you, Izumi.
Izumi just looks back at her with a blank expression.
Malum would say, "God, behind," looking at Izumi.
I'm allergic to feline hair.
Izumi remains silent.
Could you step outside?
I had
please?
quite forgotten about that, says Zackary. Complete, like, usually he adds like a little flair to his intonation, but like he's like staring like directly at Angelica at this point, and his voice doesn't fluctuate as much.
You mind if my god stays with us, but maybe back.
Yeah, Izumi like looks at Malum and Maramil, just like, what do I do?
Stand outside. Stand at the other side of the room.
Malum
Nice.
points to there.
Izumi goes to sit in the corner.
And she casts prestidigitation, conjures up a handkerchief, and kind of wipes it, kind of blows her nose a bit. Thank you.
Malum goes closer to shake her hand. He's like, pleasure to meet you. Name is Malum Umbra Lothar. Of the house of Lothar.
Ah, so you're the noble drow I've heard so much about, and she kind of looks at behind you, Malum, and she has this sort of sinister sort of smile, almost like the meme of Anya from Frigoff.
Oh, the fucking yeah.
My dear Zackary, you finally returned. Oh, how long has it been? And our prodigal son has returned to the fold.
Where's Fabian?
Oh, you know, my brother, he's doing his best carousing with no woman, Founder's Day and all.
I was under the impression that the agreement would mean that both of you would be here.
Well, are you mad that your masters can't see her favorite troubadour as she casts Mage Hand? Well, you know it's Mage Hand because you're used to it, but for everyone else, it's invisible. And you see, like, Zackary's cheeks get pinched, like, aww.
Urge to kill rising. So, what's it called? Thanks, Zackary. But he, is looking for a reaction out of him. He knows that, and as insane as he is, he, still retains some level of self-control at the moment. And he will just kind of nod, again, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of expression going on in Zackary, which is, strange. What's it called? Oh fuck, I forgot to roll my currency for this day. Well, whatever, we'll
We'll say that was the pass for...
what's it called? Zackary will just say, well, we are here to discuss important business, and my allies are, my associates are here to assist in that regard. He looks over at Maramil, who, actually, you handed you handed the wine over to Karina,
Maramil will say, yes, quite. In fact, Karina, I believe it is a good time as any. Karina looks like she has just like she's already pissed off, but what's on her poker face? Yes, father. Walks up, takes, presents the wine bottle and lightly breathes on it to chill it. Just like ice particles slightly forming around, and says, "Our mutual friend, Ken Kelsis, sends his deepest regards."
Very interesting. By your accent, you wouldn't happen to be from Rand, would you?
Kind of looks at her kind of blankly and says, "Indeed, just my family originates from the Bastion."
Interesting. She kind of, you see the bottle kind of float with the invisible mage hand. She looking over at the vintage. Good to you. Now, on to business at hand. Now, and she kind of goes back to that sort of sinister-looking smile that she has as a token. I believe you have. Yeah. Now, I believe that you wish to form an alliance with House Maxio and House Luvatar, with your connections to the Underdark, and this fine offering from Cancalsus. I believe.
No, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah. I believe that House Maxio can bring you into the fold of more grander plans. However, there's one stipulation that I would request.
What is it that you require of us, Lady Angelica?
She has this. She goes back to this the evil-looking smile, staring daggers at Zackary, and Zackary, you can see a little bit through her illusion, the shimmer of red, piercing eyes. I'd like my darling bard back into our service. I know he's been quite the handful for you all, and it does get so dreary back at the estate. I miss our favorite entertainer.
Well, in fact, of course, this is why Mr. Zackary has been brought here. Of course, we have no qualms with handing him over. Though, please, at the very least, allow him a few days of us helping him transition back into his old home. I am sure you understand how unsettled he can get.
Zackary is just looking around, like his eyes are like, wondering. What's it called? They're like spiral eyes basically at this point. And he's going to thing that I was gonna say earlier. He's going to activate telepathic. To communicate with everybody and say, Fabian is not here. That means he's out there doing something. Keep her talking. Get as much information from her as possible. Then we spring it.
Again, you don't see it, but Maramil's eyes widen behind the blindfold.
You speak a lot about this deal you want to make, but I haven't seen anything of my interest yet.
Oh, of course. Well, as you know, your house does provide many uses for interesting clientele. we'll provide you with a good selection of fineries here on the surface. A blind eye here. Let a few scouts through certain settlements without notice. Won't have any reproach from any guards or adventurers. And, well, wouldn't hurt to bolster your defenses with a few willing associates of ours. And also, I've made arrangements with another individual who'd be interested in our arrangement. If that's all right with you, Lord Luvatar.
Yeah, but your buzzing is getting worse actually.
Hold up. Hello?
I think it's better now.
Okay, I think I might have been too close to the computer as well.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You know, that depends on who wants in.
Well, we have a bit of sway in less savory circles. And an interesting client showed up at our door, interested in forming an alliance. And she stares daggers at you now, Izumi. I think one of your associates, your bodyguard, fits the description that of a certain Tabaxi they were looking for. And
Oh my god.
as she snaps her fingers, she ends concentration on invisibility as Izumi, Zackary, from the night you guys raided the Afterlife Casino, you see a finely dressed man, slick back hair, void-like eyes, dressed to the nines, in black and red suit.
Oh. Canis Calidus.
Not Canis Calidus.
It's Matt
However,
Mickelson.
this
Oh shit. Oh, it's Matt Mickelson. Yeah.
Good evening. I am Sarkin Tallow here. And you, my dear, must be Izumi Saluzo. Am I not mistaken?
Zackary turns to Malum. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Izumi doesn't answer. He just looks at him.
Associates of mine have been looking for you.
May I make a check to see if I recognize this guy?
Yeah, could I do that as well?
Sure.
I was gonna say Zackary doesn't know. He's like,
Yeah.
I have no idea who the
Okay,
fuck.
give me a history check.
Guidance myself.
Yeah.
Uh, 15 from both of y'all. You remember seeing this man's briefly at the Afterlife Casino, and would Izumi have given the conversation told folks about the conversation about folks looking for her?
Nope, she's kept that secret.
Okay. So yeah.
She just replies to him after he says that somebody's looking at you. She just says, "I believe you've got the wrong person. I'm merely a bodyguard."
As he casts. Oh. How quaint. I believe my associates had mentioned you being a mercenary of sorts. And he holds out a wanted poster of you. 500 gold, dead or alive.
Please, that is clearly a fake poster. We all know that if Miss Izumi was being chased or wanted, the bounty would be at least 3 times more than.
Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Thank you for confirming my suspicions.
Malum says,
Go ahead.
"Listen, man, I don't know what your business is at the moment. I don't give a shit. In good Drow fashion, everything is for sale. Even the people. But if you can't make a deal, you ain't touching the merchandise.
Oh, of course.
And for that little price, don't make me laugh."
Of course. This was merely my associate's little bounty. Mostly for information or retrieval of their corpse on a silver platter. However, my benefactors would be willing to give you the sum of 2,000 platinum, hand them over, and if you wish, a bit of a selling point for you. A new concoction that the Triumvirate of Dread is delivering as good faith. And he holds out this vial of purplish green liquid.
What's it called? Karina will actually kind of like speak up and say, as a person with an associate who is capable of negotiating bounties and alliances, I am sure that you understand that this Miss Izumi is under contract to be a bodyguard for Malum Umbra of the House of Luthor. Even if we agree to the sale price, there will be no way that we can hand over Miss Izumi until the contract the contract has run its course. Of course, that will only be for a few days.
Before she finishes her sentence, make me a wisdom save.
Yeah, alright. She's bad at these. Oh god, okay, never mind.
You see his eyes that were void glow a sickly green fall as he casts command.
What's the DC?
DC was 15, so she made it.
So he says fall, and Karina will kind of say, no, yeah, so until the time of the contract is expired, which will be 3, no thank you. Which will be 3 days and 2 hours. As my associates will stay here, there is no way that the contract can be expunged or voided, but the sale of Miss Izumi's bounty can be negotiated afterwards.
Did,
I am sure that you understand.
did we see this person cast command? Oh.
No.
There was... Oh.
Ah.
This is an innate ability.
Okay. Fuck. Psionics, baby.
Oh,
But-
wait.
Oh?
Zackary has psionics, because he's telepathic.
Oh,
Does he
shoot.
recognize
yeah.
that?
Give me an insight with advantage.
Oh.
This man has a little bit of psionics.
Zackary once again activates his telepathic to communicate with his allies. Looks so... doesn't look over at them to not make it too obvious he's communicating with them.
Yeah.
But he does, try to deliver this message, through their minds as fast as he can to one another. Because I don't think telepathic allows for, mass communication. It's just, single target one.
Yeah.
But roughly everybody would get the same message, which is... This man has psionic abilities. Be careful, he is trying to control your servant, Maramil. He doesn't know the other terms. So
Yeah. Maramil will kind of very quickly step in front of Karina and say, well, while I apologize for my apprentice for being so harsh, white half-dragons tend to harbor cold personalities. I hope you, especially one as young as her. But she is correct. If you are to make a deal with Malum Umbra of the House of Luatar, a drow belonging to a family that likes to keep its operations airtight, we can make the sale, but not until we can properly free Miss Izumi from the constraints that she has signed. I hope that is understandable, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
And Angelica kind of cackles a little bit to herself, sort of the anime RP of the noble laugh. Oh my dear. I don't believe you are in a position to conduct your little bargain. See, I was alerted to your little ruse that you were of your little ruse as soon as you came into my home. Little birdie told me. And Zackary, you remembered while you were in the service of the Maxios, they had a bodyguard.
Okay.
That was always close at the hip with Angelica. You haven't seen her. A drow vampire spawn by the name of Drada. But then something tells you look up. And standing with Spider Climb, a drow holding a pair of blunderbuss pistols. Hello, Zackary.
Oh, hi.
They are 30 feet up. That is how high the ceiling is.
It's a high-ass fucking ceiling.
Oh,
What's it called? Zackary sees this, and he at this point just takes a deep breath. He stands up calmly from the couch. He does the how do I describe this for those who don't watch like anime too regularly? The studio shaft head tilt. Towards his allies with the expression of like, alright, y'all. I'm ready to kill. What's it called?
Maramil will kind of like ask, I'm quite confused as to what ruse you are referring to, Lady Angelica.
Oh, snooping around our quaint little villa, attempting to, well, sully whatever deal you had. Your intentions weren't to barter.
I do not believe that we have taken any actions to show that we weren't intending to barter. I don't believe that there is any evidence of any wrongdoing towards you. None of us were snooping around. I was admiring the stonework and trying to date the length of your lineage in order to understand the Jew etiquette. And Miss Izumi, though she did ask if she should trap the door, trust me, she does that to our doors as well. It's more of a thing that you have to keep under control than an actual act of malice.
It's basic bodyguard duty.
At the very least, that is what she always claims before booby-trapping our kitchen door. You can use a zone of truth on me, and I can verify everything that I've already said.
See, I would, but
You're not going to, are you? You rather live in your own little world of control, think that you're always right, never seeing the big picture, as always.
oh, pooh, Zackary, you cut me so deep.
Not as deep as this, Will. I'm sorry, y'all, but Zackary is going to get this party started. What's it called? As he'll cast Blind Ambush directly underneath. And
the fucking big, not sure, but this literal hole opens up underneath her.
What's it called? I mean, would you allow me to do that, Bard? Bard?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh shit! I said as soon as Zackary gets that little quip out, he casts Blind Ambush directly underneath Angelica.
Sure, go ahead.
Because there's no save for this one.
Yeah.
What's it called? You see, Zackary says, yeah, not as deep as this, and a fucking maw comes up from the ground and just clamps down on Angelica's legs, pulling her to the ground. What's it called? Creature moves while within. Yes, there we go. Jeez. Of course, I'm aiming a 10-foot square in such a way that it doesn't hit Maramil or Karina. Zackary's now probably gonna get a slug shot to his head for this. So.
Alright, initiative.
So yeah, Briggoff, ready in action. If someone did something towards Briggoff, Angelica Trina was going to shoot. So
I welcome it.
Poison Pistola does a 16 hit.
Yes.
You take.
I'm gonna what's it? Use a reaction to Cancellate.
Ooh, okay.
Reduce the damage you take by d6 plus your spellcasting mod. So,
Okay, gonna. What
In
is my
total.
spellcasting mod?
My only reaction is counter spell.
unfortunately, they have not casted spells yet. So yeah, that was a. Okay, so the bullet doesn't sting as much. You take 5 piercing damage, but there is a very toxic burn.
Is that
Which
5
you take-
after it got reduced?
Because it's 2 different damage types.
Oh, okay.
So let's see, that's 5. Okay, 19. You take 16 points of poison damage.
Damn. Crazy. That's crazy. So 16, and then does the piercing go through, or does that get reduced by this spell?
That is reduced by the spell.
So I
Malum,
only
it
take
was.
So I only take the 16. Actually, are Damphir resistant to poison? Let me double check.
They're not, unfortunately. I did check.
Yeah, no. In that case, I take that. Take that.
Why did everyone roll ass on initiative? What the fuck happened?
It's the first time I really want to roll good on initiative, and I roll ass.
Yeah.
Do I roll for my familiar, or does it just act on my turn?
It acts on your turn.
Okay.
With your familiar, it's essentially. Technically, it has its own turn, but to make things simple, after your turn, or before your turn, whichever you choose, you can have your familiar do shenaniganry.
Okay.
But with that, we are at session time.
Damn.
Oh, be like that sometimes.
Oh.
Will our protagonist make it out of Domus Rosé and defeat Angelica Maxio and her mysterious associate? Will Zackary get his vengeance? Find out next time on Keeper's Daggers Darkhold.
Damn.
Oh,
Good
boy.
stuff.
Be like that
Perfect
sometimes.
timing.
Also, I didn't notice this, but like sometime in between, the last time I checked my channel and today, we gained 2 new subscribers.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. I saw this earlier in the stream, but I didn't know when to bring it up. But yeah, things turned out pretty alright for our first live game. We even had a fucking bot show up during the chat, which means we are important enough to show up in a bot algorithm. So it'll be like that sometimes. What's it called? But hey, next time we'll have a revenge.
If Zackary didn't initiate combat, what Izumi would have done is jumped out of a window and then cast Time Hop, which makes her disappear out of existence for 3 rounds. Just so they would give chase.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Damn, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's okay.
I mean, to be fair, this Matt Mikkelsen is straight up going for you and no one else. He's here for you. So I feel like you still could basically like get him out of initiative if you did so.
Or if I disappear for 3 rounds, he's just gonna like start searching for me.
Yeah, and here's the thing as well. It's totally believable that you'd be able to like haul ass because you're a fucking Tabaxi. So it's totally believable that you jump out the window, duck and cover, and then just like disappear. Like,
Yeah.
Lose him in the fucking like vineyard.
And then I teleport behind him
Nothing personnel, kid.
and just jump into the fight to fight the vampire whilst he's out in the vineyard.
Well, hey, first live game. We had an all-time high of high viewership of 5 people, which pretty legit.
yeah.
What's it called? But hey, let's. You want to send us off, Bard?
Yeah. Well, I already did the send off, so y'all channel, y'all send off.
Okay. In that case, for those of you who are still watching the stream, well, thank you for watching along the the live stream. We kind of did this in kind of just like a spur of the moment thing, but hey, glad to see that there were at least some people interested in watching along. And who knows? Maybe we'll do this. We'll do live games a little bit more often. Maybe the new Dark Souls campaign. I don't know. But yeah, I guess this will be the end of the stream, and we will watch you. We'll see you guys.
We will watch you.
We will see you guys later. And
Bye-bye.
end the stream.
Yeah.
Bye bye.